Alright, I have not made a YouTube video in about a month and a half, maybe even 2 months. I really fell off the wagon there at the end of 2020, but I got really busy. So I'm going to get back to it. I have a ton of things to share, a ton of news to share. This video, I'm just going to talk about, I'm going to reflect on last year, I'm going to reflect on 2020, and I'm going to look ahead to 2021 and just let you know some things that I have planned. So first, I need to clean up some stuff around the studio. I'm going to go ahead and get that done. Okay, now this desk that is back here, it was my old desk and I've since switched it out. And I was going to try to sell it, but I'm going to keep it. I'm actually going to take it home and put it in my basement because I need it at home. And I will tell you why here in a little bit. Maybe starting something new. Okay, so it's been a couple of months since I've made a video specifically for YouTube, and I had a really good streak going in late 2020, and towards the holidays I got really busy and I just kind of, fell off the wagon a little bit and didn't make any YouTube videos, but I want to get back on it. And during those months I was thinking about what video I was going to start out with in 2021. What would be a great video to launch into 2021 with. After thinking about it, I landed on the idea of taking a quick look back at 2020 and then a quick look forward to 2021. And so that's what I'm going to do in this video. 2020, as you know, was a horrible year for a lot of people. And for me and my family, I'm very thankful to say that it was a really good year for us. We were blessed in many ways. To start with, our son, who was born in August of 2019, we really got to see him go through some formative weeks and months of his life. When quarantine hit, he was 6 or 7 months old, and so we got to spend a lot of quality time with him that we otherwise probably wouldn't have. We got to see him go from just laying there doing nothing to rolling over to crawling, to standing up by the couch, and then to walking, and then to running, and then to climbing. And we get to see him turn from basically a baby into a toddler for the most part. And we were just so thankful, and we are still very thankful to have gotten that opportunity, to have been able to see that firsthand in a way that we wouldn't have if we were not at home as much as we were during quarantine. So we're thankful for that. Speaking of home, we bought a house in 2020, and it was something we didn't plan to do for a few years, but the interest rates were so low and we were able to make it happen. We were very thankful, even though it was a really brutal process with the bank because I'm self-employed. We made it happen, and we closed on our home in late 2020 and moved in. And so we're very thankful to have that house, and we wouldn't have been able to even come close to getting that house if it weren't for the last thing that we're extremely thankful for, and that's that Crowbird Creative, my company, was very blessed during 2020. When the pandemic set in, most people I know in the video industry lost clients, and because I'm in a small market and because I'm diversified in what I offer, I actually gained clients. My client work went up, and I was extremely busy, so busy that I couldn't keep up with other things that I wanted to try to do. And so we're extremely thankful for 2020. And I know everybody can't say that, but we are, and we'll always remember 2020 as a very important year in our lives. So to speak towards some of those things that I wanted to try to do in 2020, but didn't get a chance to, and now they're things I want to do in 2021. And the first one of those things is Ministry Makers. And this is something that I launched in early 2020, right before the pandemic, right before quarantine. I launched a podcast called the Ministry Makers Podcast, and I've always felt the call to ministry, and I think this is a way to use my ability to create digital content and to create a platform that ministers can go to for resources and be encouraged by. I'll dive deeper into that once it's more fleshed out, but I was actually kind of relieved that I had to stop doing it in 2020 because that gave me a chance to see how much it was to do. And then I was able to kind of formulate a way to go about it and to bring it back and to refresh it and to create a platform that doesn't require as much from me, but can still be as impactful, if not more impactful. And so I'll talk more about that later, but that's going to be coming here in February at Ministry Makers. And I'll keep you up to date with stuff like that and show you behind the scenes on some of the things I do there. Another thing that I want to do in 2021 is something that I've wanted to do for many years now, and that is start a print shop or a print company. And it's mainly a locally focused thing. I think there is a gap in the market here locally for print shops. There are a ton of print shops and they all do a good job at the printing portion, but they don't offer a ton of design services, if any. There's only one or two that may offer help with design. And so I want to come in and fill that gap. I've always had a desire to sell a physical product, and I think this is a way to get into it. I've always sold services and digital stuff. I've never got to sell something that you can physically touch. Everything I make, videos, photos, podcasts, websites, they all live on your phone or they all live on your computer. So to be able to take a design that I've made or a design that somebody submits and bring that to life through a physical product, that's something that I've always wanted to experience. So right now I've invested in some equipment and I'm testing out some things in my basement. I've got a heat press and I'm just trying different things. I'm seeing what different types of printing do on different types of materials, and I'm trying to learn about the process. And hopefully within a few months, I can launch my website and get my print shop, print company up and going and take small orders and even large orders and see if I can fill this gap in the industry that I think exists. And so it's a big endeavor, but it's something that I've always wanted to do, and I'm really looking forward to it. If it doesn't work out, oh well. Well guys, that's it for this video, and I really appreciate you watching. I've never really asked this before, but if you've enjoyed it and you want to follow my journey, please consider subscribing to the channel. But for now, you can go back and check out some other videos on my YouTube channel. Head to crowbirdcreative.com to see the work that my business does, my production company does. You could go to thecreativeascent.com, which is my blog that I try to update regularly and sometimes will coincide with this channel. And so I go a little bit more behind the scenes on some things too. You can see some old stories on there. So you can follow me there and on social media. So again, thanks for watching the video, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.